Welcome, everyone. I'm Rosa. Today, we're going to embark on a journey to know God by exploring this question: what is God's name? Think for a moment. When you think of God, do you think of a personal name? For the longest time in my life, I've thought of God as God, the Lord, or the Almighty. What do you think God's name is? This might seem like a simple question, but you'll be surprised by the variety of answers people give. My Jewish friend tells me that God's name is Adonai. When I ask Christians, they say that God's name is Jesus. And my Muslim friend tells me God's name is Allah. What about the Bible? Does the Bible reveal God's name? The Bible opens with a powerful statement in Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness covered the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the surface of the waters. Now, these opening words in Genesis sets the stage for our exploration. God, the Creator, calls us to a relationship through His creation. In Isaiah 42:8, God delivers an incredible declaration: I am the Lord, that is my name. The Creator God not only crafts the universe, but reveals to us His personal identity. What is God's name here? The Lord. Wait, how can the Lord be a name? Isn't the Lord a title rather than a name? If we look up the Hebrew word, the language in which the Old Testament was written in, you see God's name written like this in Hebrew. Let's take a closer look at God's name. The divine name is encapsulated in 4 Hebrew letters. This 4-letter word is known as the Tetragrammaton. Tetra meaning 4, grammaton meaning letters. Tetragrammaton literally means 4 letters. God's name consists of 4 Hebrew letters. Now, Hebrew is read from right to left. Each Hebrew letter has a corresponding sound and can be transliterated into English letters. Let's break down these letters. The first letter Yod corresponds to the English letter Y. The second letter He corresponds to the letter H. The third letter Vav corresponds to the letter W. The fourth letter He again corresponds to the letter H. Together, these 4 letters form the Tetragrammaton YHWH. Unlike any other name, this name cannot be taken lightly, but must be treated with utmost respect. The Tetragrammaton links us to a God who desires to be known as someone we can relate to and honor as we call on His holy name. How do we pronounce YHWH? The pronunciation of YHWH has been a puzzle for centuries. Hebrew is written with consonants only. Vowel pointings were introduced by the Masoretes during the 6th to 10th century CE, known as the Likud system, putting in small dots and lines around the consonants to indicate vowel sounds. Ancient and modern Hebrew texts are written in consonants. The vowels are already known by those who speak the language, so they don't really need to write them down. This might sound strange to you. For example, in English, I've written this sentence without vowels, only consonants: TDY, S, SNDY. By looking at these consonants, can you guess what the words are? Of course, today is Sunday. You know the language, and the context helps us to fill in the gaps correctly. In biblical times, the Jews knew how to pronounce YHWH just by looking at these 4 letters. The pronunciation of the name was passed down orally from generation to generation in the families. But over time, the precise pronunciation of YHWH faded away. The story behind this is rich and complex. So we'll explore this history in later sessions. Today, scholars suggest that YHWH may have been pronounced as Yahweh, while others propose alternative renderings. Well, we don't need to be dogmatic about the pronunciation, as there's uncertainty around the exact sounds. Since the discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls in 1947, and with significant advancements in biblical scholarship, Yahweh has become the most widely accepted pronunciation among academics in recent decades. The focus should not be on the pronunciation, but on the profound meaning and significance of the name. We will explore this in greater depth in each lesson to come. For now, pronounce YHWH as Yahweh, with a silent H guttural sound in the middle and a W with a V sound, Yahweh. It's incredible how personal God is in giving us His name, Yahweh. His name invites us to a relationship to bond with Him. We must revere God's name and say Yahweh with utmost care and honor. Let's circle back to Isaiah 42:8. I am the Lord, that is my name. Notice the Lord, Lord, is all capitalized in the English translation. The all capitalized Lord signifies this is God's Hebrew name, YHWH, Yahweh. Unfortunately, English translations often fail in conveying the original Hebrew name of God. So as a result, many people like me are not aware of this significant revelation and assume that God's name is the Lord. However, Lord is a title, not a name. God declares to us His personal name. I am Yahweh, that is my name. What does this tell us about God? Think about this. The God who shaped the stars and the universe has a personal name. God is not distant or far away, but someone near who desires a deep personal connection with us. And He reveals that connection through His name. How do we connect with an invisible God? Through calling on His name. God's holy name invites us to a relationship with Him. Jesus teaches us to pray, Our Father, hallowed be your name. Jesus is not referring to His own name, but to honor His Father's name, which the Bible reveals as Yahweh. Jesus is not Yahweh, but He directs us to hallow the holy name of God. Let us follow Jesus' example and honor the holy name of God in every aspect of our lives. Our Creator God has identified Himself with the name Yahweh for us to connect with Him. Yahweh God is holy. He is not distant, but near. Shalom, this is Rosa. May you find Yahweh very near to you as you draw close to Him. See you in the next video.